I want to hear a story. I want someone to tell me a story.
I got a great story, Mick. Recently, well, actually, it was a few months ago. I went to Hershey Park with I went with Niall, my friend Jack, and my friend Caitlin, right?
Yeah.
So we're walking around Hershey Park having fun on roller coasters when this kid runs up to me. This normal-looking kid who looks about 12 runs up to me and he's like, teenager, and I thought he was like making fun of the way I looked because I was wearing like stupid Halo t-shirts and my hair was long and I looked like a dumpy idiot.
Yeah.
And I was like, yep. And he ran away, right? So I was like, that was fucking weird.
So basically, he was like all your fans, but go on.
I was like, that kid must have known who I was or something.
Oh.
Right. So then he was gone, and then I was having more fun on the roller coasters with my friends. Then I ran into the kid again. And he went, "Oh, you teenager," making fun of me, right?
Oh,
and I was just like, what the fuck? And then I noticed there was this like black kid behind him, like laughing, and egging him on. So I was like, okay, these kids are like trying to fuck with me, right?
Yeah.
And then this kid like walks up to me and he like grabs my t-shirt. He went, "Ugh," right? And I put my hand on his chest and I like pushed him back. And he kind of like went back a few steps. I was like, get away from me. And then his friend went, "Hey, this guy's pushing him," right? And then at this point, a bunch of other kids ran over, one of them being a lumbering 8-foot-tall fat retard who was like, "What are you doing to my friend?" Right? And I was just like,
"Oh,
you push me," right? And
dude.
It gets great.
You kicked the bee's nest.
Oh, it gets better. So I'm standing there trying to defuse this ridiculous situation when my friend Jack came over, who is 6'3", built like a tank, right?
Yeah.
And he was just standing behind me, just like, what the fuck is going on, Chris? What the fuck have you done? And I'm like, I do shit. I was fucking pushing away. This kid is fucking with me. Like, I'm not gonna let him just push me and fuck with me, right? So I was getting mad, and then all these kids started walking towards me, and I was just like, okay, this is bad. And then I said out loud, why do I always attract these fucking freaks, right? And then this big, tall, lumbering kid was like, if you say that about my friend again, I'm gonna smash your fucking face in. And his face was 10 years old, but he was like 6'5", right? And I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I can't hit them. And then the mother came over, and she's just like, what did you do to my son? And I was just like, I pushed him away from me because he was grabbing at me, right? And then the kids, the little fucking shits, were like, he was pushing him around, right? And I was like, oh fuck me. And then this big fucking tall built black dude came over. He's like, what the fuck is going on here? And then, thank fucking Christ, my friend Caitlin was like, your son was like pulling on my friend's shirt, right? And she was like, oh, and then my friend Jack is like, oh, he's autistic. And then she's like, yes! And it's like, yeah, he was pulling on my friend's shirt, like, and she's like, I'm sorry, we'll like leave. So all these little kids were egging on this like autistic kid to pull on my shirt, and I pushed him away, and it got the entire fucking scene mad at me.
Wow.
And then everybody was mad at me for the rest of the day at the end.
Do you think they do that? Do you think they bait that kid into going around?
Yes! They were egging him on to like fuck with people. And then I didn't push him hard. I put one hand on his chest and just pushed him away.
I would have picked him up and fucking.
And he started saying, he was like swinging at me and shit. He was going like, like swinging his arms at me. I was like, you fucking asshole.
Why do you think the other kids thought you were an easy target?
Because I looked like a dumpy teenager.
You know, you have these stories though. Like when you were in Dublin, you said like a bunch of kids surrounded you and started like poking you and making fun of you and trying to steal your camera and shit.
Yeah, that was over Christmas. And before that, I got punched in the face for literally no reason walking through Dublin too. I honestly.
Oh, also we had a lumbering beast once, hypothetically, in our presence that threatened to beat your ass as well.
Yeah.
You know why I think it is? It's because I've got this fucking long blonde hair and I just look like a fucking teenager that wants to be picked on.
You have one long blonde.
You have that punchable face.
It all fucking pisses
like
everybody off. This is long,
fuck you, Corey.
blonde hair.
I think I just look like an easy target because I am an easy target.
I wonder. I don't think you look like an easy target though.
Half-brain, lobotic retard walked up to me and he was like, "Do-hoo." I'd be like, "Ugh!" It's fucking scare him.
Are you trying to play? You'd say that you'd fight fire with fire?
Yeah,
That would work.
No, but like I was
them.
minding my own business. I'm always minding my own business, having a good time when these people start fucking with me. And it's just like the worst part was everybody was like pampering him. Like once I pushed him, all these little shitheads tried turning the situation on me. I was just literally trying to get.
There is no way it was the first time. Yeah, there's no way it was the first time.
I would have honestly though, if the parent came up to me, I'd been like, this little shit just started.
This is so so
spoiled
fucked up
brats.
that you can be
It is
standing there
fucked
and then a
up.
bunch of kids can start fucking with you and you push them away just to get them out of your face and then everybody thinks
Well, the
you're
fact
the bad
that
guy.
he touched you is bullshit.
He's like a fucking grenade that they threw at you because they knew you'd have to
This stupid
respond,
fucking
and then
old cunt of a mother was leaving her fucking autistic kid unattended to do this shit.
And his parents.
yeah, and you know what? At the best part, at a fucking roller coaster park, you know, because that's like the safest place to just fucking let your kids run wild.
He looked like really like normal, except he was acting like, you know, an autistic person.
Right.
But at first I thought he was just fucking with me.
Like
because-
all of us.
Yeah. Like I just like he just had that like head on him where he's like smiling going, hey, you teenager. I was just like, oh, okay, thanks. So
What does that even mean?
I don't fucking know.
I don't think it means anything.
Yeah.
I think at that point it doesn't matter what they're saying.
Nonsense.
Yeah. No, that's anytime, and I'm not saying this kid did it, but anytime I got in a fight when I was in high school, the fight always started with like the stupidest shit.
Yeah.
Things just like, you know, I don't like your hat. Literally, like that's it. Like this is the foreplay you're gonna give me. You don't like my hat, so what?
Oh,
You're gonna
what it
fucking
started-
throw down?
Yeah, that's what it started with me. Some kid was pushing me because he didn't like my coat.
No. It doesn't even matter
If you
what.
got like an autistic kid who like goes around like trying to fuck with people and you know his friends are gonna egg him on to do it, and like if you see like a guy pushing your kid away, are
Yeah.
you not gonna assume that maybe your kid was doing something
Right.
fucked up? Like
Right.
they were all just obviously pampering him and making him.
I don't
look
know.
worse.
You know, sometimes you'd think that parents are a little bit more aware of
Well,
what the hell's going on, but sometimes
here's-
they do block it out.
But
Like,
here's the biggest red flag. She was like, "What'd you do to my son?" So
Right.
clearly it happens.
Right.
Because if she's
Right,
like, "Oh, I'm sorry, it won't let it happen again."
right,
It's
or
like,
what's,
didn't even
what's going
apologize.
on here? It's just, what did you do to my? Immediately, what did you
that
do?
fucking ragged old cunt didn't even apologize for like, and she knew that her kid was starting shit. She just like lets him get away with it, and that's why he does it, and that's
Yeah.
why his friends egg him on to do it.
It's even on a baser level. It's like when people have kids that are crying or annoying other customers or stuff.
Yeah.
You just see them sitting there, and it's like a whole. They're just
Yeah.
like blank. It's like they've found a way to just block it all out.
Horrible people down to the core.
The end.
Sorry, I was really mad
Well,
because
it's
everybody
fucked
turned.
up.
My own friends were like, "Chris, why did you push an autistic kid?" I was like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, just let him fucking grab at me?"
Everybody turned on you at that point.
I've never felt so isolated, so alone in a land of fun.
Welcome to the new age of oppression, 2015
Yeah.
official
Yeah.
movement.
Yeah.
And I think you guys know what I'm.
What's the oppressor of the hour today?
This has been a lovely evening with Corey Spaz Kid,
That's me.
Mick Rice Pirate, Chris, me, and ShadBase.com.
Thank you, Chris.
We swear.
Thanks for listening.